So welcome. Thank you for coming today. We have a record-breaking crowd here, 850 people. I am so glad you're here. Our special appreciation is extended to all of our sponsors, and they are listed in the program. Our presenting sponsors are Aldrich and Associates, and the medical centers that operate the 3 kidney transplant programs in this community for adults. Those programs are Virginia Mason, Swedish, and UW-Medicine. As well, we thank our platinum sponsors, Amgen, Bebron, First Choice Health, and Sanofi Aventis. And special appreciation to Jesse Jones. We were able to get Jesse to be our MC, and we're so thrilled. And John Piano, our keynote speaker, is GQ's Better Man for 2009. Welcome, John. You've done great things for organ donation, and we're really looking forward to your comments. Our talented Northwest Kidney Center staff, under the direction of Jane Pryor, with the help of many, many volunteers, including table captains, produced this event today. So please join me with your applause in thanking our guests, our sponsors, our staff, our volunteers. So I want to tell you that we have an enemy at the Northwest Kidney Centers. And it is the lack of donated kidneys for people that want a life-enhancing kidney transplant. There are 270 dialysis patients that we serve every day sitting in a dialysis chair waiting for a kidney transplant. That's nearly 20% of all our patients. They are eligible. They've gone through an extensive, thorough process to be qualified, and they want a kidney. And our challenge is there are not enough donors because 70 Northwest Kidney patients a year get a transplant out of that group of 270. And actually, that's a lot better than the national average, 1.5 times better than the national average rate of transplantation. But still, there are a lot of people waiting. And the list is getting longer because kidney disease is at an epidemic, mostly due to diabetes and high blood pressure, but there are other causes too. And so the number of people waiting is increasing. You know, we have got to do things differently. I've heard that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. And we've got to change if we want to get a different outcome in transplantation. So at the Northwest Kidney Centers, we are changing strategies. We're working to make sure that everyone who is a kidney patient knows about the option of transplantation. We want to give them help in navigating the process, and the card on the table today talks a little bit about that process. We want to help people find a living donor if they want to find one, and we want to support them to live well once they have a transplant. So my dream is that these 270 people in our neighborhoods, your neighbors and mine, get what they need, a kidney transplant. Now, let me tell you a little bit about how we are bringing hope to our neighborhoods and working to vanquish the enemy of organ scarcity. Now, here's where your Northwest Kidney Centers are located. And we have 14 centers now in lots of different neighborhoods. And we didn't plot on the map the homes of several hundred people doing self-dialysis at home with our help, and the 11 hospitals where we provide treatment. We are in your neighborhood. Did you know? We've been in your neighborhood, this region, for 48 years. In fact, dialysis was invented as a long-term therapy at the University of Washington by Dr. Belding Scribner. And this community came together and founded the world's first dialysis program, the Northwest Kidney Centers. Not the nation's first, the world's first. Please remember this when you walk out the door today. Transplant is not for everyone. Not everyone is qualified, and not everyone wants this option. Frankly, it's a personal choice because there are risks as well as benefits, it is not for everyone, and there are forms of dialysis that provide great energy and quality of life and outcomes. So please know this as well. Almost everybody who gets a kidney transplant starts on dialysis first. And so our responsibility is to provide excellent quality outcomes to everyone who has dialysis with us. And ultimately, we're the safety net for people whose transplanted kidney stops working and they need dialysis again before their next venture into transplantation. So now I'd like to introduce John Piano. He walked away from success as a corporate lawyer and entertainment executive and internet entrepreneur, and he took on the problem of organ shortages. He's going to tell you his story. He's done incredible work to facilitate kidney transplantation and all forms of transplantation. And please join me in welcoming John Piano.